Hey folks, so this is a review of the Rock and Roll Gold chain lube. That honestly, this is kind of my go-to lube that I've been using for the last 5 years or so, and I just wanted to do a little test on it to see how long it would actually last. Put it on a basically somewhat of a clean chain, and just to see how long it would go. But you can see there in the kind of, you had to shake it up at the bottom. There's like I don't know if that's some kind of Teflon or some type of wax or something, and then you've got a liquid carrier there that allows it to seep into the chain rollers and whatnot. Anyway, a little while back I did a little review on this Finish Line one-step lube, and so that's kind of, I guess, the baseline of where I started. I put some of that on and then rode it quite a bit, and then kind of the grand finale was I took it out and rode it in some pretty harsh freezing snow conditions on a gravel trail, and so it stayed relatively clean after I got the bike all washed off with hot water and everything. The chain appeared to be fairly clean. I don't know, there could have been some dirt and whatnot on the inside that I didn't blow out with compressed air, but just rinsed it off real well and dried everything off. So that was kind of my starting point here. So I basically, you want to shake the lube up. I've got a little Presta ring in there, little Presta valve ring there, so that's what's actually making that rattling noise. That's something I just put on my own. But basically, you just want to put it on, maybe fairly heavily, till everything's good and wet there. One little fatal error, I would normally like to just set it up, let it set in for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, and then wipe it off. But just kind of hastily filming and such here, I just went ahead and wiped it right off, but it didn't seem to affect it too much. So anyway, I didn't touch it from this point on. I didn't wipe it down or anything, just rode it until it basically got to the point of where I could hear that it was dry and making noise. So basically the way I just kept track of the mileage was just off my Strava rides and what bike I was riding and such. And so mainly it was commuting to work. Did a couple of gravel rides here and there, but a couple places where I'm riding to work. One is through the Cherry Creek State Park, which has quite a bit of these little gravel double track trails and things, dirt roads and whatnot. So there's probably about 4+ miles through there. And then other times I'll ride to work on I'll work a couple days a week in Highlands Ranch, which I'll take the Highline Canal Trail, a few miles of that, which is a pretty sweet trail. It's kind of just a, real compressed gravel, but it does kick up quite a bit of dust, and stuff if you ride on it quite a bit. So I would say of the probably 20%, 22% of all the riding was done on these gravel type trails like this. So eventually the total I got to was 332 miles, just slightly over that. And so I would estimate probably between 60 and 70 miles of it was in the dirt roads and gravel. And so the last day I rode in, it was raining and such, and then it snowed pretty heavily on the way home, so I just put a heavy dose of Feel Wood oil on right after this, because I knew it was going to get wet. So called it quits at this point, and it actually still rode pretty smooth. It was a little dusty from all the dirt, but it's wasn't like a greasy chain that leaves marks on your legs if you touch it. But I got 332 miles out of it, and it's pretty pleased. But anyway, if you have any questions, comments, just put them down below, and thanks for watching.